So if at all I want to do the entry of a particular station, select stations of water quality samples of fields like sample ID, station, laboratory, collection time, saved by, and saved at. For example, I've clicked this particular checkbox for this 010107. Once I click this box on at the below, as I shown you in earlier fields as well, this kind of a table will be populated at the bottom, and from that particular table, you can make the entry as well in the edit part of it. So once you click on the edit part, I'll show you once again. Here's the edit part. Once you click on this edit part of it, this kind of a page will open, wherein first you have to enter the basic information, that is what was the sample collection time, then the laboratory from which the sample has been collected, the medium in which that sample was taken, the type of water, the type of sample, the source from which the sample was taken, the monitoring type, that is baseline or whatever monitoring type was done. Please note this star mark fields are mandatory. You need to enter this mandatorily. Until unless you enter all these fields, this page won't be saved. The pop-up will come up that you have to enter all these fields mandatorily. The depth, project, collector, point of sampling, and approach are also additional fields, but these are not mandatory. Now, this is about the basic information. Then you have the container information. In container information, you have a plus sign. Either you can add a new container on this, or you can make an entry on this particular thing itself. So in this, once you add this click on this new tab part of it, an entry will come up in this particular table, wherein you can enter the container, the sample specification, number of containers, volume in ml, the sampling device, the preservation in field, the treatment at lab, and you can also delete this particular entry and add a new entry if you think this entry is not good. Then we have the standard parameters that needs to be entered. So how will this look? This is the standard parameters that needs to be entered correctly. Basic information we've already entered earlier. This is about the container information that we entered again. Then we had this standard parameters that is the main parameters that we are entering for a particular station. Now these are the field determinations. All these parameters like color, electrical conductivity, odor, temperature, potential of hydrogen field, pH in field, the general parameters, that is suspended solids, the nutrients, the organic matter, the alkalinity, the field that is dissolved oxygen, the depth, the chlorine, the dissolved oxygen, again the electrical conductivity, that is general, fluoride, resistivity, total dissolved TDS solids again. Whatever entry needs to be done, you can enter all these entries through this particular table itself. Now, water quality sample linked to selected checkbox station. Now, if you want to enter a value for a particular station itself, first you have to select that particular station, and then you can do the entry of that particular station itself. This is how you will have to first select the station and then do the entry of that particular station. This is an entry form of a particular station. For example, Goma has been taken out here. Again, in a similar format, first the basic information is to be entered, where you have to enter first the sample collection time, the laboratory from which the sample has been taken, the medium, the type of water, the type of sample, the source, the monitoring type. These are all the mandatory fields, as I told earlier as well. The depth, project, collector, point of sampling, and approach can also be entered in this particular thing. Again, then we have to enter the containers. You have to click on this new tab part of it so that you can enter all these values, in which you will be entering first the container value, the sample selection, the number of containers, volume, sampling device, preservation field, treatment at lab, and you also have an option to delete this particular thing and add a new container if you want to add this. So these are all the stations. If you click on all stations, these are all you will be having all the surface water and groundwater both stations. Also, if you want to further see only a surface water station or a groundwater station, you have to first click on surface water or on the groundwater. So you'll be having only the surface water stations, or if you want only the groundwater stations, you'll be have to click on the groundwater station itself. Now, if you want a report of a particular station, for example, if you want the report of, say, a surface water or a groundwater station that has been entered by you for a particular period of time, so you have to first go to this water quality report tab. Once you go to the water quality report tab of this, you have to enter from which particular time period to which particular time period you want the report of a particular station. Once you enter the time period, all the stations that have an entry for those particular time period will come up out here. Again, then you have to select from this particular thing which all stations you want the report for which stations. For example, if you want the station for a particular station, you have to select that particular station and then click on the generate report part of it. Alternatively, if you want reports for different stations or multiple stations together, you can select multiple stations and then again click on the generate report. You will be getting the report for all the stations that you've selected. And whatever parameters have been entered for that particular station, all those parameters you'll be having it in that Excel format. So this is a sample Excel that I've also entered out here. Once you click a station, then click on the generate report part of it. Automatically, Excel will be downloaded, and the format of Excel will be like this, for which you'll be having the sample station, the laboratory name, the collected time, the saved and saved at station. Also, the parameters, if at all, that has been entered for that particular station, you'll be getting the values of those as well. This is how it will come up. The station name will be there, the station code will be there, the date and time of collection sample will be there, the state, district, tehsil, and block level details will be there, and all the parameters for which this data has been entered, you'll be getting all the parameters as well. For example, physical, electrical conductivity, pH, TDS, temperature, all the values that has been entered for that particular time period itself, it will be downloaded, and that can be kept for your reference. Now, this is that was for a surface water station. This is how I have downloaded for a groundwater report, and this is how it will happen. The historical water quality sample data for groundwater stations with the selection of date range. Here I have selected for a particular date range, and this is how you'll be getting for all the major cations, major anions, and the substances undesirable. Now, what we'll do, we'll look into this practically as well. How this, all these things can be seen practically on the website as well. I hope everyone is able to see this particular screen. Is everyone able to see this screen?
Yes,
Hello, am I audible?
Sharibu, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So as we've seen in the presentation, now one by one we'll be covering all those topics as well, practically of how these things also look up in our website. So let's practically look into all these parameters one by one.